hit points.
Oh yeah, you have no. You're not wearing any pants.
I mean, also they have hit points.
Yeah, if they have hit points and you don't, and also they're meleeing fairly hard for Peds, honestly.
Yeah. I decided to zap this one. This is like 3,000 gold or so, and I just take this to Elfland.
Yeah, 2,100 gold is a bunch. You've got enough cabins to make the trip at this point, and you know that we know where the overworld manip is.
I mean, usually peds are only hitting hard because you're like running around with no pants.
Yeah, but they're hitting for like 90 on no pants. That's actually a little
90
bit
on no
scary.
pants is actually definitely boosted strength.
Yeah,
I actually decided to grab these Caribs. The problem with Caribs is they have like no money.
yeah, they're okay experience. They were the reason I was picking them up in the tournament was that A, I had Lightning 3 or Nuke, and B, with the boosted experience, it actually didn't hurt very much to pick them up.
I'm a little worried there because Ice 2 is the only spell. Like, there's Ice 2 and Brack. And there's Life 2 and Wall. I will end up picking up Life 2 before I leave here, but I don't have the money to get all of the things I wanted.
Yeah,
I
Cure
do get
4.
the I get the Fast right away, and then I get the Cure 4 right away.
Yeah, and you know Fast is gonna be ninja learnable, which isn't so bad.
Yep. Which kind of contributes to the like I've Fast and Temper both being ninja learnable contributed to the like weird not really danning strats I did.
Yeah, 1,600 gold silver bracers
I
here.
decided to pick up Brack. No, I don't pick up Brack yet. I'll pick up Brack later.
Yeah, you're looking at the 1,962
It's
gold
the
on
life.
the Brack 2,
I
which is
wanted the
actually
life
important.
too, and then I didn't even have enough for Wall.
I mean, Wall is not a I need this right now thing.
That's
Like
true.
you're not using it on anything other than fiend fights, so
Yeah, Wall is really a boss fight thing.
yeah, so you just make note of it. You'll need it later. But it's time to find some levels or hit up Ice Cave.
I'm gonna end up doing Ice Cave with just this because like with Life 2 and Life 2 and Warp, Ice
Yeah,
Cave. Like I'm not gonna do anything fun in Ice Cave. Or actually, I'm not planning to do anything fun in Ice Cave. I'm expecting to get a floater in Ice Cave.
right. And you had to res your second thief because you don't have a house to mana up before Ice Cave.
Yep.
Which kind of sucks because if you find something like the hope is, I think when you're going to Ice Cave like this early, as opposed to maybe trying to get off the ground at you don't have the spells really to get off the ground at there's no harm spells at 3 or 4, so you don't have the spells to get off the ground at
Yeah. I mean, this is where I was wishing I bought that harm too.
oh yeah, no, without a doubt. I
I'm
mean,
also trying to manipulate it so the hero run, which is at encounter 5, is right now. The awkward part is I brought myself down to one cabin to do this, so getting back is going to be messy. But overall, like, oh, by the way, wizards hit like trucks.
oh yeah, by the way, Wizard's gonna Wizard. Yeah. Like you're hoping that Wizards
I actually did something interesting here where I threw away some of the encounters, and then I just like took this one inside, which is going to push the next encounter to downstairs, so that it's not wizards.
so you're trying to mix Wizards off the table. It's real interesting.
Yep.
Not interested in fighting terribly much of anything here, are you?
I'm actually going to fight these sorcerers because you know what sorcerers don't have is they don't have attack power,
Yeah,
and
they really
I
don't.
want some levels here.
Yeah, you don't even need to necessarily cast the second Lightning 2 if you know that they're semi-safe there. You
Well,
can just
I
go for
didn't
it.
know they were safe.
Yeah, also true.
Anyway,
Giant Sword's a good pickup at least.
nope. Ninja can't wear it, or thief can't wear it.
Oh, right. You didn't pick Red Mage. So you got a house there. How many warp charges do you have at this point?
Uh, two.
Two.
The other thing is I got the cube. I have to keep diving.
Oh, right. Right, you're on ship and TNT.
Yep. It's like, oh, this is actually ship TNT. This isn't what I expected it to be. And I'm trying to like judge how to use my lit 2 charges there. Actually forgot that I couldn't equip the giant sword. I'm just going to run from this. I don't want to play with that too much.
Yeah, we're not in grind mode. We're not taking fights if we can help it.
Yeah. I don't even take the one sorcerer. If it was like 3 sorcerers, I would have taken it.
Yeah, they have stun touch too.
Yeah, that's another thing that scared me off.
A pile of gold never goes amiss, honestly. You needed that at this point. Wizard's gonna
Yeah, they
also
get.
stun
I actually threw a life or a what's it called?
heal 3.
A heal 3 out, but they killed me. And I even go to equip the copper bracelet right away, and I don't trust that I missed a chest, so I checked them all again.
That's fine. Like, that's a tiny, tiny time loss, honestly, but...
Yeah.
Steps, I think. Yeah.
So I get out with hot nothing. But I got through in one go, so that's fine. I have the one cabin and the one house. This I actually lose a fair bit of time like doing this walk back to town because of not having the extra save points.
Yeah, but you just try to run a lot. Like,
Yeah.
you have double thief and life 2. So you probably should be burning the house after this encounter. Just to make sure you've got spell charges.
I still have some lit 2s left. And also I have the Thor hammer, so like I always have some lit 2s.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more talking about healing spells.
Ah, yeah.
Right, the house is a heal for 120 to the party, and then you'll have your full complement of healing spells again.
Yeah, I just get back to Crescent without really a problem, though. I do the thing where I zigzag down the river there to make sure I get to Crescent without any more fights. And I'm getting ready to go to Volcano. So, all the healing potions, which I then proceed to not use that many of.
Yeah, but you need to have them just in case. It's always safer if your white mage gets...
I also bought 1 pro ring here because I had 40k.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I don't want the white mage to die to a squint or toxic or something like that.
Right.
I grabbed the Invis 2 just to grab it. There's nothing else I really care about here.
Yeah, Fire 2 is not very exciting for 28,000 gold at level 6, so you don't care.
And I'm going to start being a lot more aggressive about the cabins.
Yeah, so far this run looks good. Like, nothing was bad at this point for 25 minutes, I think.
Yeah, the mistakes started happening later. It was a good start for a messy comp, I think.
Yeah, Ali makes a good point that you had that opal gauntlet that has no value to this party as well, that you probably could have sold for more supplies.
I mean, I had 40k. I still have 20k. I think I sell the opal gauntlets at some point.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of the few pieces of gear that's like, yeah.
But, like, I know I'm heading into Volcano before I go back to Elfland.
Yep.
I peek at the trap tile here because I know I'm looking for a good trap tile. This is not actually one I want without nuke. I'll try to do it now, but...
Yeah, either nuke or 2 good swords, honestly.
Yeah, and ninjas can't use good... Or thieves can't use good swords except for the one good sword.
Right, but then if you've got that sword, then it's...
And I don't want to use the charge that is warp, so I just reset out of it.
Yep.
This is awkward to be unrunnable. And
Yeah,
I make note that this is like the first thing, or like where this is in the encounter table to try to avoid it.
Yeah, this is actually super awkward with no weapons.
Mm-hmm. And there I got another 20k, so like...
There's your boat. Halfway home.
There's a katana.
Yeah, that'll be good later.
There's another 16k gold. So like... Maybe I'm not too concerned about selling that opal gauntlet, which probably sells for 3 or 4k. That said, I still have to look for the TNT.
Yeah, so we are going to the back chests.
And I'm not interested in unrunnable fights. I'll deal with this one because at least there's not a huge amount of health on these.
Like gargoyles. Yeah, you just can double lightning them down, probably. It hit hard. 4 hits for 51 on your...
Yeah, it doesn't take much, like, lack of absorb.
Yeah, to make these kind of nightmarish.
Yeah, this is kind of messy, but, like, I don't see any faster way to do this.
Yeah, the faster way is to go down below.
Yeah, I think I should have gone down below earlier, maybe, and
Right.
then come back if I don't when I don't find TNT here.
Yeah, the encounter table sucks right now for you here. Like, it's real bad.
Yeah, there's so many unrunnables, which is like the opposite of what you want to see when you have a thief.
Yeah, when you're trying to dive this area for the chests, because you're just going to reset out either way.
And I know this is going to be a mud goal fight.
Right, which you're not going to be able to run from either.
I am going to try and... Yeah, I only got 2. I'm going to try and zap them. They don't have a huge amount of magic resist, and zap is the one death spell that doesn't... I don't remember if I get them with this zap. I do. Good. I would have reset, and then I get all that for 20 gold.
Yeah, and then you reset anyway.
I just warped out.
You can use your other house.
Yep. I mean, I had used half my spell charges anyway, so I'm going to use that house regardless.
Fair. Right, you left the 2 chests.
And it's actually the XP from those mud goals I was preserving there.
That's right, they are worth a bunch of experience. So you left 2 chests. You left 2 chests in armory at the top.
Yeah, I didn't want to deal with another mud goal fight.
Yeah, and you didn't want to go all the way around both ways.
So that was an active decision there.
Okay.
This giant fight was deep enough that I'm like, whatever, I'm going to suck it up. If I had literally, like, the scimitar that I could have bought in Corneria, then I would have cast Temper here.
Yeah.
I didn't buy a scimitar. That's something that you should consider doing when you have thieves, is like, can I give a stick to my thief so that they can use anything at all? Because there's actually a good number of purchasable weapons that thieves can actually equip.
Yeah, like we've talked about, do you grab a junk sword for your meleers in the early game anyways, just to make sure that you have it? And the answer to that is always yes. Like, you just need to run into one thing with low absorb and low
Yep.
low evasion, and you can just go and crush it. Or at least save spell charges.
Yeah. I mean, the Thor hammer kind of contributed to me not doing that, but you see me even equip the power staff on the white mage there.
Like, you're desperate at this point.
I am definitely desperate. And then I get what I wanted there, which is a mage staff.
Yeah, the mage staff is a big pickup. Defense sword is your end game. That's half your end game.
Yeah, I'm super happy to see that. Well, I mean, I have a katana as well.
Yeah.
Which is like also perfect for endgame.
I mean, the thing you're
I actually equipped the... I initially equipped the opal bracelet on the white mage here, but then I'm like, wait a minute. I lose all my... Well, I lose all my... Combat initiative, so I switched that back. It sounded clever at first, but then like...
Yeah, please don't let your white mage tank literally ever. Thanks.
Look, everybody else is like running around naked, and she's got like opal bracelet pro ring and pro cape.
Yep.
So like,
I believe Sunsword was the time that I came into your stream and
so the bottom Frostwolf, Frost Giant, Trap Tile, I have to check those chests. I'm looking for TNT in a loose chest. I cannot be like, oh, I'll skip this chest because I don't need to check it and it's a trap tile. Oh, you mean the one that's... Yeah, okay, you're right. I did check this. I did check an extra trap tile that I had forgotten about. The Frost Giant there. You're right. Okay.
The Sun Sword was literally the point when I was watching this, when I was watching the stream before I fell asleep, where I basically told you, why didn't you take Red Mage?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, again, I think we're working from the assumption that you're, Tilo is a good runner, like, don't get me wrong, like, he's going to be strong, he's going to know how to do grind strats because he plays DWR.
Yeah, I should have used one more warp charge. I actually lost count of how many I've like forgot how many warp charges I had, and I didn't need to walk through that last section of Volcano 3.
I think you should have checked the 2 chests on the way out with the warp charges still in hand.
With the 1 warp charge? No, because I need Zap to clear mud goals.
Yeah, it's true.
And I have no houses left.
Yeah, true. Running around kind of sucks. So
So I should have gone south and around rather than north and around here, because I need to do the crown quest.
Yeah, because you definitely needed to do that. I mean, you've got the lightning 2, you've got the two casting items now in your inventory, so you should be in good shape to be able to do the crown quest. Also, going this way means you can check the Matoya chests first, which could give you the TNT as well.
That's true.
Like, this route gives you the chests at Matoya and the chests at the 2 at Dwarf, which is fine. I think that's the correct play, because the only reason you'd go south is because your ship is south.
That's why I think I should have gone south.
Yeah, your ship is at Elfland, which
probably... I lose track of where the ship ends up.
Yeah, Ice Cave puts it at Provoca, Volcano puts it at...
See, I do end up selling that opal, and I buy gold bracelets.
Yeah, good call here. This is definitely one of the better calls you run for sure.
Especially because I'm still worried about maybe having to do Marsh. I only buy 2 gold bracelets, because I'm still thinking I'm going to Dan a Ninja at some point. But...
Yeah.
Excuse me. But yeah, with the number of Mystic Key chests that it could be in, I think I should have gone south and
grabbed the boat.
Grabbed the boat. And then then you can do shortcuts like check north, boat to Northwest Castle. That said, play poorly, get rewarded the TNTs here. But I still need to go down and get my boat. I should have...
You should have gone.
Oh, no, you know why I didn't? I'm out of warp charges. Oh, no, I'm not out of warp charges. Who am I talking about?
Yeah, you stopped in Corneria and used...
I stopped in Corneria. I think I thought I was out of warp charges.
You'll always see me double-check my spell count when I go into a location like that to make that sort of decision, intriguingly enough.
I think I was so worried. I need to go get my boat anyway.
It's a small efficiency loss, but it's an efficiency loss nonetheless.
Yeah.
Also, you'll get the efficiency back when you finish the crown quest anyway, because you'll finish the crown quest before you go back to Dwarf.
Yeah.
I hope you will if you passed up going down below the first time, because you weren't going to use it.
I think that's how I routed out. I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm really interested in seeing where this run falls apart, because right now this is just, a pretty standard I've got to navigate the world on foot speed.
I mean, I feel like I should have gotten to Topher earlier. And maybe I got to Topher at a pretty reasonable time, considering all the nonsense that's going on right now.
Well, we'll see.
Because, it's 46 minutes in, and I just am getting my canal. I figured out a good boat path there. It's run one encounter away, and then you get to sail a long way.
All right.
Oh, you know what I did actually?
What's that?
I'm not sailing south to Elfland after this. I'm grabbing Elfland from the south side.
Oh, you're going around.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I realized I'm sailing incorrectly to get to Dwarf when you have a canoe. Because I'm thinking this is vanilla.
Yeah, you can park it right there.
Yep.
I mean, it's a minor time loss, but it's a time loss nonetheless.
Yeah. Given the crummy loadout of stuff, I think it's still correct to just finish the key quest now and collect my stuff on foot. But I was really eager to just do that when I had the floater.
I agree, actually.
Collecting all the treasure.
I agree that you should actually do the floater first here.
And I'm super happy to get Fade and Bane, but mostly Fade. I I tried to get Cake as well, but I couldn't get Cake.
Yeah, Bane's the big pickup here. Or Bane's fine. And
now you see me throw one encounter away, and then get on the boat, but it doesn't work quite right when I throw the encounter away on land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it's a minor time loss, but it's a time loss nonetheless.
Yeah. Given the crummy And here's that Shark Red's Hag fight.
See, at this point, I don't know if I would have gone back to Elfland yet, but
I'm going to Ordeals, and I might do some leveling there. So I want the key, because it's 5% XP.
and you've already gotten a Crescent Lake, that's right.
Yep.
Oh, Silver Bracelet. So decision now is Ordeals. We still know there's a vendor item out there. We still know that there's the Sardis Cave, which you haven't gotten to yet because Airship or Ruby.
Yeah. And so, like, the path is going to be Ordeals. If this is the floater, then I just go get the airship. If it's not the floater, then I do check on rack, check waterfall, check oasis in that order.
Yep.
I check this trap tile. It's just nightmares.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of checking the strap tile, honestly, but
It's really close to the start. I could literally warp out with a solo ninja if that was a good trap tile.
fair.
This one seems really juicy, and then that happens. And I'm like, maybe. Well, I would have just, thrown Mage Staff at it until, like, for a while if it didn't have glare.
Yeah, Pro Ring is not helping you from that either, is it?
Nope, it's Time Elemental.
Yeah. It's not Squint. I mean, you still take on a few of them.
Yeah, I still want, I want to get to level 14 or so.
Right, this is agreeable, certainly. I mean, you've got life too. You're not using it for anything else anyway.
Yeah, I mean, the risk is that the White Mage drops, but even if that happens, I'm pretty likely to be able to get out.
That's fair. Flame Armor Pro Ring, okay.
I checked to see if I had,
A Fade Charge handy.
Yeah. I also tried to confuse them, but I think they resist status. I should have just zapped. The concern is that they have some giant sweeper.
Yeah, but they would
In which case, if they have a giant sweeper, confuse is actually better than killing.
especially because they resist lightning.
Yeah, they resist everything except they resist everything elemental. I wasn't sure about whether they resist status or not.
Yeah, this is a bit of a slog for sure. You don't really have the level to start swinging those. Well, you kind of have the level to start swinging those scimitars, but
And then the exit is guarded by zombies.
yeah, thank goodness for small favors from.
Yeah. If that eye was good, I totally would have done all that walking to, do it again. And in fact, actually, with a, instant death attacks when you have a ribbon, if you're solo grinding, I still don't like it. Because you're facing the same enemy, 20, 30 times, and that 1% adds up.
Yeah, eventually it hits home, and it sucks when it does. That said, I have duo grinded trap pile with Squint, so.
So I forgot Sarda here. Because I'm
Yeah,
a little distracted with the, super late thing.
Airship. Yeah, so okay,
Yeah.
so we've left Sarda behind. That's not the end of the world, but
Yeah, I realize it before I make any weird decisions due to it.
before I mess up.
Another thing, I know I'm gaining 1,000,000 levels this seed, so I'm checking those level 8 spells. At least the ones on the white side or the black side. I know I'm still looking for nuke. White magic, I have all the white magic I care about. I have Invis 2 and Fog 2. I have Wall and Life 2 and Life and Cure 3 and Cure 4 and Heal 3 and Fade.
Right, and Exit is an afterthought because you have Warp and you're fine.
Yep.
Get your Oxy Al. No Slarg yet, so can't.
Oh, there. Okay, that's right. I do in fact just do the bottle turn in and then immediately go to Sarda.
Okay.
And I think now I'm going down to Cardia.
Yeah, we want treasure chests, so the gameplay here would be Cardia, then finish the Crown Quest, I assume.
Yep.
In that order.
I've actually finished the Crown Quest here, and I think I should have just done that first because it would have been less flying.
Yeah, minor optimization there.
Yeah, I do want to... Another thing I should have done, I used the house so that I could have warp charges to get out of here.
It's a long run out.
I have 2 katanas.
Yeah, you slap those on.
Slap those katanas on.
Alright, your party now doesn't suck anymore at fighting.
Yep. Really happy to see these. However, this is deep in the encounter table, so this isn't something I can just, like, farm.
Yeah, I had to farm the Soria in my race with Neon. It's great when it comes up, but
It doesn't come up often.
it comes up if I'm looking for it, it'll come up at ordeals more than anything.
Yeah. I mean, I did ordeals by boat this time, so it's not likely to come up there.
Correct. Granted, my Soria also...
That is really bad pathing on my part, and that dragon punished me for it.
Yeah, that dragon made you pay for your mistakes, certainly. And, of course, he's guarding a Pro Cape, too, so he's not messing around.
It looked, watching this on double speed, it looked for a moment like I dropped that power gauntlet.
Yeah, you're fine.
I know. I know I didn't drop the power gauntlet. I spammed the heck out of that.
Alright.
Alright.
So, Cardia complete.
Still looking for the shop item.
Caravan first.
I also want the waterfall item as well. You know, actually, I have pretty reasonable equipment at this point. The only thing I'm really missing is ribbon, so it makes sense actually at this point that I didn't go get those the Mystic Key items. There's Nuke. That's all the rest of my money.
Not that you need the money anymore because you got your loot from the shop.
Yep.
Expert, which qualifies as a...
I will point out I only have 2 houses and they cost 4,000.
Yeah. I mean, but you're counting on the fact that there'll be money in Waterfall or money from when you start.
When I kill things, etc. So I'm like, yeah, I can deal with 2 houses for now.
Yeah, when you start deciding that it's time to gut Sky Tower. This is going pretty smoothly for a seed that's been on foot. You haven't died terribly much. You didn't have any bad wipes. Your movement around the map's been a little bit suspect, but not like so bad as to make me go, oh god, what are you doing? Not the grind tile you want here. Like, I think we're looking for red dragons or blue dragons at this point in this tile.
Red dragons, blue dragons, agamas, sharks.
Yeah, Sonny put great sharks to good use in his race today. Actually,
Oh, did he win?
he did in
Nice.
2 hours and 10 minutes.
What was the party count?
Same as mine.
I don't remember what that was.
Double thief, red white.
Okay.
Cool,
Everyone's
cool.
going for these like double thief drafts.
It's split. You know, I think split's got them hooked on the thiefing it up. I don't know. It just went really well. It just went really well all the way up until the fact
All
that
right.
Sonny had a 3-or.
This is a problem actually.
All right. So this is sort of, we're in ill-advised Iveland, aren't we?
Yeah, I think this is an ill-advised dive, and I should not have been doing this, especially when I see that happen.
My dear friend Syl, who loves Sky Before Sea, and tells me 100% of the time.
Look, I don't have the chime yet. I just got the slab, and I'm already in on-rack.
Good. Once you see that this wipes you, you're done. Don't go back in.
Yeah. Okay, so this is definitely where I lost a huge amount of time.
Because you're going back in.
Because it's not only did it wipe me, it's unrunnable. So like my thiefiness is not going to save me here.
Right. This is about to be bad.
Actually no, I do something different this time. fortunately.
Dump more encounters, or you?
No, I go upstairs.
All right. I mean, we need ribbons to deal with the poison blowing ghosts that will otherwise instantly slaughter your party.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, where else could you go get a bunch of treasure chests?
I still think mermaids is a fine call here, I think. I'm already here. I could just find a ribbon here and then everything's fine.
Yeah, it's not a huge time loss. There's no spike tiles down here though, which is a little tough.
Yeah.
Like if they're like
I get a white shirt out of it. And that's actually something I care about. Like, I have the defense sword, but like white shirt is the type of thing I care about more when I'm on this kind of awkward comp than I would if I were in like a fighter or black belt based comp, because fights are going to go longer and stuff.
yeah, no, I'm definitely on team. We need to open a ton of treasure chests here. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, the light axe is a pretty good pickup too, honestly. But
Yeah, and I think the light axe. Also, I memed a little bit here because I have katanas. Who needs a vorpal?
I believe you're here. Good job.
And then I think about going downstairs, and I'm like, no, I could wipe to ghosts again. I'll go save first.
Yeah, go save first. Again, I don't think the redive is the play here. I think the play is you didn't get a ribbon. You're done with C for now. Right, 112, fly away. Go do the key quest. The big thing about doing the key quest is key quest also opens up three spike tiles. And I think that's the bigger thing here.
It's
right
two spike tiles, really, because two of them are the same.
One's in TOFR, or one's in TOF.
Oh, TOF. I forgot about that one. I always forget about that one.
Don't forget that one, because that one's a great one, because almost like 100% of the time it's a free run out, even if you don't have warp for exit.
Yeah, fair. I also haven't purchased spells for my ninjas, which could help with this nonsense. Although they do have spell items, so like whatever.
I mean, you're probably fine. I don't.
The only spells they need are fast and temper. I get 2 ghosts this time.
So you're gonna melee them, of course, right? No, you're gonna use casting items on them rather than trying to crit them. I don't know. All right. Well, you burned through them anyway.
I mean, one of the casting items is a mage staff.
Yeah, true. And you have a light axe now too. From
Yeah, it's like
a much better show.
Yeah, it's like I think I don't wipe to them again, actually.
Okay. Still don't love this play, but I know why you're doing it because you're here.
I'm here. Also, there are 3 spike tiles on the Sharknado floor.
I don't like checking spike tiles on the Sharknado floor, though. That's all the way down there. Also, you give me so much crap for whenever I tell you I'm doing it because I'm there, and so I feel like I could do the same here a little bit.
This time I... Please tell me that I did something smart. No, I wiped again. I wiped again, didn't I? Yeah.
Yeah. No, the trance dance party is going to be enough to...
Trance into damage. I think the first time I didn't even know about the damage poison, did I?
You definitely got killed.
I definitely know. I definitely got killed by damage poison. Yeah, I knew about it.
Then you know about it now, and I don't know what you're doing now. Still, this is what won me the race against Neon, was being able to say the words, "Oh God, this is awful. Let me try something different."
Yep.
Because
I do think that was my last wipe, but like that was a much more costly wipe than the first wipe.
Correct.
Also, I forgot what was in those chests, which is inexcusable. I should be walking through and not checking them.
Yeah. You should know it's not the Moss Mune. You're gonna run away. Alright, we go to Sharknado room, we get nothing.
And then I spend the next 20 minutes on this Agama.
Nope.
I do. Maybe not 20 minutes, but I do all my grinding now. Which is dangerous, given that this is a dangerous place.
Right.
And I'm also slowly ticking up that step counter. On the plus side, I have resolved that if I see those ghosts again, they are eating a fade, and I don't care that they're undead.
Yeah, that makes a good point that the white wizard should have the the Thor hammer. You should definitely rearrange your items here to give the White Whisper the Thor hammer. Not that it matters because you've got 2 katana wielders and they're really doing the damage for you.
I mean, like, it's 2 katana strikes to kill it anyway.
Yep.
And the white mage, like, won't have 2 hits yet. So...
Yeah. All right. I mean, you found your grind, so you're doing it. I get it. Like, I think that's fair.
Yeah, this is also, like... This grind tile is sufficiently good that it's, like... This is the grind tile. I'm not going to look for a replacement grind tile when I have Agamas that do nothing.
And eyes are off the table.
And Eye is off the table, which is the best one because it has the lowest health.
Yep. Except when you roll the eyes that we rolled in our race with.
Oh no, I'm wrong. I didn't throw Fade. However, there are only 3 of them this time. The other thing I'm doing is I'm not curing this poison.
You're gonna let the Black Mage die.
I'm gonna let the Black Mage slowly die.
You know, it makes the Black Mage quickly die, right?
Putting them in the front. Nuke is level 7. I wanted them to get, like, at least a charge or 2 of that, but I think this is where I actually kill them. I think it was incorrect for me to cure the poison off the second ninja there.
Yep, we want levels on one key character.
Yeah, and at this point, I have the spell charges on Ninja 2, which is all that Ninja 2 is there for. Like, yeah, they have a katana. They are going to be putting out real damage.
Yeah, and they're your backup plan just in case if you, like, run out of life charges, which has basically never happened.
There goes the Black Mage.
Perfect.
Black Mage dies at level 20, which is pretty much ideal. I have, like, a couple nukes on them.
Yeah, alright, so we're grinding for a little bit.
One thing I do is I do decide base the decision on which ninja to keep up based on amount of health.
Yep.
I'm kind of curious how long it takes me to, like, drain their HP down.
Oh, it should be 1 HP per step, right?
Yep. I don't go all the way down, but, like, at this point, I'm expecting the Agama to do some of the work.
Yep.
But this Agama really doesn't feel like doing it. And then I gave up. But I do make them die very shortly. I promise. I think I do that at around that point. There we go. Yep. In fact, exactly when you said Alligator, I did exactly that. Look how smart I am. I took your advice 2 days ago.
And then you started swinging the Thor hammer instead of using it as an item.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, also the White Mage is doing 2 hits with it.
Hooray! White Mage flexing.
So it's like 50 damage or so. And... two hits, 22 damage. It's also just faster inputting. 2 hits, 57 damage. It's not only faster inputting, it's actually more damage.
Nice.
Anyway, so I do that all the way until... Let's jump ahead a bit. There's another 3 minutes.
So we're here a while.
Yep. There's level 29. on Demarine. 29 on myself is when I stop, because that is 4 hits with a katana. And then I go save. I'm not playing around with those ghosts.
Did you not learn anything from Ghostbusters? Also, you misused your warp charges. You should have walked up the stairs once.
Yeah, I thought I had one more. I miscounted them there.
You should be in the habit of walking up those stairs anyway.
That's a floor with ghosts on it.
It's 3 steps.
It's a floor with ghosts on it. This is not a floor with ghosts on it.
You have fade.
I have like 1 fade charge.
That's all you need.
Only if the white mage doesn't get tranced.
Fair.
Like, I spent maybe a few minutes. Like, I spent maybe a minute there. And don't risk 30 minutes of grinding.
If there's anybody who knows about losing 30 minutes of grinding in 3 seconds, it would be you.
When did I... I'm trying to remember what thing I did.
No, I'm referring to the FF4 League.
Oh, yeah!
I'm a good friend.
I had forgotten about that. You could have let me forget about that.
I could have. Hashtag team bad friend.
Yeah, the black like that's a lesson I learned from those old black belt days, that you do not play around and try to solo carry with your 32 black belt after grinding on Agamas.
Yeah, because if it goes wrong,
Because if something goes wrong, you lose the race.
Yeah, no.
Like, you do one of two things. You either kill carry and then solo grind your black belt, or you walk out. And if walking out isn't safe, then what are you doing grinding that deep without killing carry first? Because walking from the Agama tile to carry is pretty safe.
Yeah, it's pretty free.
Like, you might have to punch a red giant.
Right, but you're level 32 at that point, so you look
Yeah.
at that red giant and go.
You punch it once.
Right, you just go up to that red giant and go, get out of my way, and the red giant goes, okay, and gets out of your way.
The other thing you don't do is you don't try to kill things. You don't try to run away from things when you have a single party member alive.
No, and with black belt, like, the only thing about fire is that there's not a lot of large packs. It's always a lot of like single or double enemies, which is good.
So this fight actually went pretty far south here. I ate the thunder, and then lost my high level ninja.
Yep.
But I have nuke and fade,
Right.
which is another product of that grind, is that I have 6 fades and 3 nukes. Or maybe it's like 2 nukes, I don't know.
Cool. So we're safe. Like, we took a big safety there with our grind, and I think that's the problem with this play, honestly, is that, again, I still want to check Northwest and TOF before committing to a grind, because they're so much better. They're such better locations.
So, the thing with ninjas is they kind of actually suck at killing dragons.
Yeah, but you also didn't know what spike tiles were there yet, so...
I don't know what spike tiles there are, but I know they weren't Agama and they weren't I.
Yeah,
And they weren't Mudgol. So, like, what's it going to be that's better?
I mean, grinding mud goals is probably the play, honestly, but...
I don't think it is. I think the Mudgols are too messy, and they're half the XP... Like, a Mudgol is half an Agama.
Okay, I didn't realize it was that big of a difference.
Yeah. Like, it's nice because you can get 2 or 3 of them and then just, like, throw them, like, they die to 1 nuke. But when it's taking 3 rounds, like, that one Agama dies so much faster. Even when it's taking 2 rounds. Because the rounds go by quick.
Yeah,
Because only one enemy is attacking.
I know, it just feels like your playline was so loose here.
I think it was probably looser than it should have been, but like I saw that Agama and I wanted to go for it.
Yeah, you saw a red Agama and you wanted to paint it black.
Yeah. Especially after seeing that the eye was not available at all. And Blue Dragon is probably not efficiently killable.
No, that would be like a weird double thief grind, probably.
Yeah. Or like having it near an exit and like fade grinding it. Buying spells. I'm kind of curious how long this shopping trip takes, actually. So... at 144, I go into Carnaria. I kind of want to see how much time I lose to this.
Plus, you were doing shopping in Elfland before you got to Carnaria.
Oh, yeah, you're right. 143. Okay, 144, I go into Elfland. I grab Ice 2 and Brack. And then... 147, I'm leaving Crescent.
That's not bad. It's
Could
a
be.
longer it's a longer shopping trip than like the PSP shopping trip, but now it's done. Like now you're just done with it.
I do pick up Fog 2 here in Harm 3. Harm 3 is specifically for disrespecting Lich.
Arm 3, so I can point the levels that it's spell Lich and go, I'm not even going to bother using fade charges on you.
Yeah.
Alright, so at this point, I guess you feel that you have the levels that you need to finish the run, right? Like, we're done.
I am totally done grinding at this point.
Like,
In retrospect, I wonder if that's true.
Like, we'll catch some levels in Sky, right? Like...
I'm not going to catch that many levels in Sky. Like, when you grind this much and you have Thief in your party, you run from everything that moves.
Yeah, true. I'm so used to catching some levels in Sky, but I'm also used to, you know...
I'm still looking for a chest. Or for a ribbon. Another thing I do that's a little weird, but I kind of don't hate it, is that in Sky I don't check Mirage 1 or Mirage 2, with the decision that if I don't get a ribbon in the upper part of Sky, then I will check Mirage 1 and Mirage 2 after clearing Tiamat.
I understand why you're doing that. I also like reset dumping Mirage 1 and I will reset.
It takes so long to reset Mirage Dump 1. It's 5 encounters to reset dump right now.
Oh yeah, your encounter table blows, that's right. And I like skipping Mirage 2 in general until I have to come back for it.
Uh-huh.
I just hate the fact that it's like 40 steps to get these treasure chests, which just sucks.
Yeah. The vanilla run has to do it. I think it's like a ribbon and a dragon armor.
Yeah, to heck with the vanilla. I mean, what?
Look, I'm going to learn the vanilla run.
What, for FF1 or which?
Yeah.
FF1?
NES. I've decided. So there's my ribbon.
Why must everybody be learning different runs right now? I just want to go and learn FF6, damn it.
Look, I learned that last year.
That's fair, I didn't.
I also, am not in love with it after learning it.
It is a long and a bit arduous.
I mean, I only learned Kefka at Narsh, but
yeah.
So it's zap zap fade zap.
I mean, it feels like a neat technical run with a lot of stuff going on.
It does, yeah. It is a neat technical run. It's got a lot of stuff going on.
It seems way more interesting than learning.
Also, this is my new dress.
Yeah, I had noticed, but I didn't say anything. I forget how out on stream you are at this point.
I am super out on stream, and I love it.
It's a great dress, honestly. I would steal it from you. It would probably fit me, honestly.
Yeah, we're a similar size.
I think I'm a little bit chubbier than you are, but that's more from lack of activity on my part more than anything.
I do get 15 miles a week on various foot travel.
Yeah, I was doing that for a while, but Not right now, sadly, and I should get back to it.
I wasn't going to grind on nachos here, but
But they were unrunnable, and you
they're
had
they're
plenty of charges.
unrunnable.
You had plenty of spell charges.
I also get to show off the ninja power there. 700 damage. Another thing, I put the ribbon on the ninja here.
Yeah, you got to protect your investment, right? You put all this time in.
Yeah, especially after how I lost them on Kraken 1. I realize I don't have Brack on my Black Mage here. So this is just kind of the classic, like, is damage going to win or is the instant kill going to win? And at this point I've done like 600 damage, so like I just start attacking with that katana. So I did pick up like 2 levels there, but it wasn't a lot.
No, it's more fill levels on your other characters, which was really useful.
Also, you got to pick up some stake at some point.
Heck yeah. Katana cuts it real thin. It's real nice. I mean, it's no Mosmian cut, but, you know, you take what you can get.
Yep.
It feels like this run was just such a slow starter that it kind of...
Yep.
Like, you did the necessary grind on the necessary characters at the necessary time, and you had to take a safety to do it. So if there was a better grind at Northwest or... Northwest...
I don't think red or blue dragons would be faster grinds.
Red dragons might be. Blue dragons definitely not.
You know how high? Do you know how high red dragon's base evade is?
That's fair. I think
It's really high.
honestly, I think that the spike tile that I'd be looking for at that point in time, to be fair, was zombie dragons.
Zombie dragons would be good.
Zombie dragons would have been a better.
2 zombie dragons is a little bit more than an Agama, and it would be safer. Agama's just so fast, though.
Yeah, I'm aware.
And I think with the amount of grinding you do, like, the speed of the actual grind really starts to matter.
Yeah, I'm throwing it out there as a, you know, if we're talking about where the efficiency...
I think that I think that was just less safe than you're making it out to be too. Like, yeah, I warped out for safety, but like the fact that there are ghosts down there at all, and I'm ticking up the counter and seeing them sometimes.
Yeah, I know. I was not in love with the play in the first place. Like, that was the thing, right?
That said, I don't think I would be behind because of it.
Yeah, I think you're working off the assumption that your opponent would eventually eat a wipe to the ghosts as well along the way.
Yeah.
And
I take note of some bad pathing here, and then I think I do end up fighting an encounter after Lich. It was like 4 steps extra.
Yeah, my earth routing is so bad sometimes. Like, these are all the extra steps I see myself taking in PSP when I run PSP, and it's just like, I hate myself.
Especially when you're trying to put Spats out of the way. I also check that chest, and, like, maybe that's a ribbon, but, like, I don't know. Also, it's incorrect to go north like that.
Yep. 4 steps. So you take like 25 extra steps in Earth and feel bad about it. You know, you could have had the race that Wappy and Edge Figaro had today.
And this is where I know it's like, oh, yep, bad. How bad was their race?
The comp was Black Belt, Black Mage, Black Mage, Black Mage.
Uh-huh.
Wappy was able to hammer out a level 42 Black Belt on the way down through TOF and beat Edge Figaro by a solid few minutes.
Nice.
Grinding on a slime tile with a 2-character party with a Black Belt Black Mage party, and grinding with Nuke and houses in Northwest.
Wait, slime tile?
Yeah.
Where's the original slime tile?
There is none. It was written out of the game, but it's still an A side. So it
Oh,
pops up in our shuffle.
interesting.
Yeah, it's one that throws everybody off, and
It's just so it's basically like it's one of the formation like the three formations designated in probably in Sky Castle or something, and it's just never used.
Right. Yeah, it got written out.
So I run away from all that XP. But honestly, I don't care that much.
Yeah. You need seven doubles with the mage staff to get all 7 of them, but firing the mage staff makes sense at least. Also, do you really need the experience at this point?
After seeing that they were kind of on the low side of health, I decided to kill the second encounter. And it died to the one fire too, so eh.
Yeah, you got all your double rolls.
And then of course I run into an unrunnable anyway.
Yeah, you should probably be using white shirt here. Yeah.
I did use white shirt. There's that harm 3 and fire. Oh no, stop. I thought I was going to do fire 2, but it did stop. He did stop. I do a cure 4 here to remove the stun. Because I figure those are going to be less stressed than the fades.
Yeah. Get some fast off, get some crits.
Also put myself in the second slot now. I'm dropping a cure 3 because I took a melee.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
900 damage crits. Carry goes down. Although I did take a note that Carry has over 1,000 health there.
Has over 1,000 health, but not enough absorb to really matter.
No, that was like 4 crits. That's actually some absorb. That was 8 hits, 4 crits.
No, your
to do
other
900.
Your other ninja was 3 for 331 with 1 crit.
Was it? Okay. I thought that was 2, but whatever.
If it was 2, then she's at least a little bit defensive, but katanas have a very high.
So I've got white shirt. I don't wall there, so I do wall here. And I'm trying to basically salvage this fight by like becoming completely invincible.
Yeah. And the charges go out.
I decided to drop a... What's frustrating is I dropped a heal 3 there. I got hit by the nuke and just barely died.
Yeah.
If the heal 3 goes off there, I live. Unless it rolls especially high on the white mage. So, that's wipe 1 to Kraken.
Alright, we're staring down nuke right now, right? Like, we've got the hit points. I think we're good with a redive.
It's an early list nuke, too.
Yeah, no, I still think we're good with a redive. We know where it is in the table now.
Yep.
Like, I don't see
So,
rediving here.
Here is number 2.
Right, everything's pretty uneventful up to here.
I forgot to move the white shirt, but I also just want to make Kraken die this time. I also forget to move myself, and I die immediately.
Which is bad, because then you're going to reset again.
Yeah. Still trying to save the fight, knowing that the nuke is coming up. I'm going to try to keep myself a little more topped off. I do know that, like, I'm not sure about casting wall here, and I think it's actually incorrect.
I think it's fine.
Cure 4 doesn't happen. So, that's Kraken wipe number 2. I think I misplayed that one.
That's fair. I mean, you should definitely not be in the front. Your black mage should be in front at that point.
I think Ninja 2 should be in front.
Either way. It should
Black
be-
Mage has nukes and tempers up the wazoo. Although I guess Ninja has tempers as well.
Oh yeah,
I definitely. You're right. The party should be Sonny, Ali, and then the Ninja and the
right. The characters that
the
matter.
the Ninja and the White Mage should both be in the back.
Yeah. White
I think I just put Sonny in front, but I didn't do. I didn't. Yep, I hacked up again. Like I didn't switch party here. Although I do have the defense sword on, so like.
Yeah, you need to get that wall off though, so you don't die to Zap, because you know Zap is the first spell.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's why I was casting wall. And I did get the wall off this time.
Yep. Top up fast. Zap goes off. You're fine.
Still
Black Mage
spamming
fine.
those heal 3s. 398 on Sonny, which sucks, but whatever. I'm debating between heal 3 and cure 4 there.
Gear 4 is always the play.
I went with heal 3 because...
Oh yeah, you should not be taking a melee big enough to kill you on the Ninja at that point, hopefully.
Yeah, that's exactly why.
Right, we use life 1 instead of life 2 because we want to save our wall charges.
Yep.
Because they're actually more valuable than life charges right now. Defense sword, temper, wall, fast.
Yeah.
Or double temper, okay.
And that's exactly why I used life 1. Or life 2, I mean. Or life 1, because
Yeah, life 2 is...
life 2 is sharing with wall, and I need those walls.
Yep.
Here I'm just starting to throw nukes and fades, because I have plenty left.
Yeah, you've got enough in the tank. We want to get this over with now. 320. Cap damage fade. Good white mage.
Yep.
You get the best white mage ever in your party.
Yep. If only she was a little faster at casting those heals.
Wow, shots fired.
It's the classic complaint about white mages, isn't it?
They never cast the heal exactly when you need them to. No. Have you considered not standing in the nuke, friend?
There we go. To be fair, the nuke killed you. So, chaos reaching south there is frustrating because it means I don't get the temper stacking. I wanted to be dumping all of those tempers, whereas Sonny is actually kind of running low on them.
Yeah, I know.
Sonny dies to a Bane.
I mean, you got the power gauntlet anyway, if necessary.
Yep. I'm just going to keep casting Invis 2s here when I don't have healing to do.
More invisibility, more better.
I also don't have the fast up yet because the Black Mage was casting it earlier and I didn't realize that it didn't go off.
Yeah, you cast temper first turn instead of fast first turn.
Yep. I cast a Cure 3. I queued up a Cure 3 there even before I had taken any damage. I actually eat a nuke there. So you know what? I feel really good about that Chaos fight.
No,
Most people are going to wipe to that Chaos fight.
Yeah, you started swinging at the right time is the biggest thing there.
I started swinging at the right time. I was correctly careful about my hit points and survived a nuke because of it.
Yep. I mean, you just didn't cast fast on turn 1, but...
I mean, I didn't cast fast on turn 1, and then I didn't go back and cast it again on turn 2 because I didn't realize my Black Mage was the one queuing it up.
Yeah.
And then I took a swing, and it's like, oh, fast isn't on. Cast fast. So I was like 1 turn late.
I mean, that was kind of a trashy seed. Like, I see some problems. Like, I didn't love the Sea Shrine dive. The Kraken 2 fight the second time was kind of suspect. Your Chaos fight was perfect. Like, you were able to get yourself set and keep yourself alive, keep the key party members from getting killed. Yeah, no, it's fine. I don't think there was anything super terrible about that. Like, the manipulation was kind of trash, the run was kind of rough here and there. Ice dive went well, you caught a couple good breaks, nice. You didn't wipe out of ice, which is always nice, like, we love that. It was a ship and team T-seed, so you know that there's going to be extra chest diving involved.
Yep.
I think the big thing is that, if you don't dive...
The other thing I noped out of Volcano without attempting carry that first time, and I think that's 100% correct.
Yeah, I think that's also a big time loss, though. Like, I mean, like, I think decision-wise, the problem is that I think decision-wise you lose out to somebody who decides to not do Volcano first and decides to go do the Crown Chest first, obviously.
Ship was in Volcano, but it was in Armory.
Yeah.
And then once you're like at Volcano, I think that you have to do the rest of it. Although I
Oh,
get,
yeah.
yeah, I lose to somebody who does Crown Quest on foot because Dwarf had TNT, and then so once they get the ship out of Volcano, they know they can just
They
go.
can warp out instantly and go. But yeah. I think a lot of it ends up being decision process, that the time saves would have been in decision process, which of course you can't see the future. You know, maybe some flight inefficiency is a lot of double dipping, but I don't know.
Who would have checked TNT earlier? Somebody doing Crown Quest on first on foot and then walking to / sailing around, or I guess they wouldn't be sailing around. They would literally just be walking to all of the key locked chests.
Yeah, I think yeah, and that probably ends up costing a bunch of time anyway, because going all the way around the world and all the way back really
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah. So that's probably a bit of a wash.
Yeah, probably. I don't know, there's just a lot of, like there's a lot of junk going on early on. It's hard to get to the air, it's hard to manipulate the encounter table, so you're relying on running, but there's a bunch of unrunnables, the usual stuff.
Sky was very runnable, and I probably saved time in Sky over most runners there.
Yeah, single ribbon was the play with wall. It was fine.
And that first Kraken fight,
I mean, I think most people are gonna wipe when Kraken sneaks up.
Kraken goes zap into nuke.
Yeah, when Kraken sneaks up.
I lose to somebody running double ribbon there.
Yeah, you lose to somebody who checked the right chest and got the second ribbon potentially.
Yeah, I absolutely would lose to double ribbon there. So if like ribbon was in Mirage 1 or Mirage 2,
or even Sky 3 top,
or Sky 3 side, yeah.
And if in the end game interview they told you that they got their ribbon out of Sky 2, you just rage quit out of the interview.
What's that? Oh, if they checked Sky 2 and got like 2 ribbons out of it.
Yeah. Then you uninstall Final Fantasy 1.
But it's a web application.